It is morning at Talasbuan, and today we are going to be culling some roosters. I have put a fire up in the outdoor kitchen, so I'm warming some water for the defeathering. In the fall, when we would like to butcher the roosters, we have noticed that it's very cumbersome to defeather them when they are shedding feathers. So the whole rooster is full of these small, tiny beginnings of a feather, like a porcupine or something. And it's impossible to clean the skin of out of all those. And as you know, the skin is the nicest, fattest, most nutrient-dense part, besides the liver, I guess. Shouldn't eat chicken without skin. But the problem is, when we butcher them now, they have not been out in the summer grass and scratching and eating insects and eating all the things that makes them really nutrient dense. So I worry that we are not getting the best out of them when we butcher them now. Of course, we have been giving them a lot of food scraps and the dried nettles. So this is a dilemma, and we really gotta cull them now because it's not so healthy for the flock to have as much roosters. The chickens in the flock don't really like when it is that many roosters in the flock. But overall, with this breed, or I don't know if it is this breed or just these chickens or something, but the roosters don't fight that much. So it has been very well in the flock, more or less, until now. But first we're going to eat some breakfast. Mm. Tolv stycken. Jag ska hålla till bredvid ån. Ja, sånt här.
Mm. Ha någon ställning man hänger upp i bara, så kan man bara gå och skölja dem liksom. På ett bättre sätt. Det var nog.
Jag ska då se om vi kan låna grävaren från Einar och fixa där. Så man kan ploga ordentligt och skotta ordentligt.
Jag fick en så fin kommentar på, eller meddelande på Instagram.
Alltså.
Titta. Vad hon skrev. Ja, i alla fall att jag var hennes role model.
Mm.
Okej.
Jag hör det.
Det blir så mycket man ska leva upp till här nu.
Mm. Prestationsångest.
Mm-hmm. Så är man bara trött då. Får ingenting gjort då.
Du tycker att du inte får någonting gjort.
Vad säger du?
Du tycker att du får ingenting gjort. Scrawny looking roosters.
Mm.
It's a nice rooster soup. Jag måste koka fin buljong på de här fötterna och huvudet. Perfekt skållade.
Ja.
Alla fjädrar får och huden är hel.
Mm.
Hej Ivar. Ser fin ut.
Vad säger du?
Ser fin ut.
Mm. Fast jag hoppade så hårt på skoterspåret. Och Malva drog så var vagnen åkte omkring. Vad säger du nu? Okej.
Tree is done. 9 more to go. We'll see how long this is going to be. We are getting better at this process, but we are always optimistic with the time. Now I'm gonna go and eat some and we'll see if Tova can help me continue with this work. or if Ivar demands all the attention.
You may have heard that we spend a third of our lives in bed sleeping, and therefore I find it pretty important that the bed that we are sleeping in are made from good materials. We have been thinking about these things a lot, but ever since Ivar came along, it has been more important. We have been sleeping on this foam mattress, and that is made of very suspicious materials. So we decided to buy a new mattress when Ivar was born, and we searched for a very long time because it was really hard to find a good organic mattress made from natural fibers and materials. We found several companies in the US that made seemingly good mattresses, but they didn't ship to Sweden. So in the end I found a company in Denmark, and we got a kapok mattress. Kapok is a material that is from trees, so some sort of fiber from the tree. We don't know much about this material, but it seems like a better alternative than the synthetic one. So this is a 120 centimeters bed, and when we move into the new cabin we will need to find another mattress that will be a bit bigger. If you search for organic natural fibers in mattresses here in Sweden, the only thing you find is mattresses for babies and children, and it's very hard to find mattresses for grown-ups. We also visited a lot of actual stores and asked them, and they was almost angry with us because we didn't want their synthetical materials in mattresses, and they gave us some different options that was all the same and bad, so I don't know. Nej, inte äta på boken. Yeah, but so finally we found something that seemed to be better. The kapok mattress is pretty hard and compact, and so far we have chosen not to spend any money on a second mattress, second layer, I don't know what to call it. So we have a thin woolen cover on top of the mattress. It's bed cover. So we have this woolen quilt on top of it that we got a couple of years ago, and it works really good. It's really, really firm, but we have gotten used to it, and I think I sleep pretty good on it. We have also chosen natural fibers for our bed covers or quilts. I'm not sure which term to use. Heida. So in the winter we have down.
Very thick down quilts.
So I guess we found another word that we can have long discussions about. Bed cover, duvet, coverlet, quilt. I don't know. What does English-speaking people sleep under? Please tell. Anyway, for winter we have really thick down covers that we sleep under, and in summertime we still haven't bought any that are in better materials, so I guess we need to do that when summer comes. The covers we have now in the summer is made from some kind of polyester blend or cotton blend, I don't know. It can be really expensive to change to the natural materials, so we are doing it step by step. Hörru. Nu är du grinig. Nej, hörru. We have also changed our pillows to those of natural materials. So Mathias have a down pillow, I have a pillow filled with wool, and Ivar has an organic pillow. I'm not sure now I'm not sure now what it was made of. Nu ska du gå och sova. Vad ska vi säga mer? Ivar is going to sleep in his carrier now, I think. He's getting a little bit jumpy. And in his carrier we have the sheepskin, and we have a sleeping bag with natural materials like down and wool. So we try now, for his sake and our sake, to choose better materials. Ska vi gå ut? And we also use a lot of blankets, and I have a lot of blankets, and they are all in wool, so I like it. So as I said, it can be really expensive, and this is something we have thought about for years, but we haven't prioritized it until Ivar was born. So now we really try to change everything that doesn't feel like it's a good material. It feels really good to know that we sleep in a non-toxic environment. Eller hur, Ivar? Nu ska vi gå och sova. Nu går vi och sover. Kom.
It's 5 o'clock, so not too late. All 12 roosters are butchered now. And I'm rinsing the skin away from some of the feet that got too badly scalded, so I needed to scald them again to get the skin off. I'm going to scald the heads as well and rinse those of feathers for the broth. It got a little bit chilly, so I need to light a fire. Ivar's grandmother came by and went for a ride with Ivar on the kick. So that was good. So Tova could have the time to help me with this. Now Tova and Ivar is inside preparing for dinner, I guess. So here is the necks and the feet and the skin from the necks. Makes perfect broth. And I also got the gizzards that needs to be cleaned. Starting to get dark here. I still have a couple of heads left to clean, but Tova just said that the dinner is ready, so time for some food. Ja, det är lite här och där. Jag håller på att läsa om det där så mycket hit och dit och man vet inte vad man ska tro om det ena eller det andra. Så det... Ja, det verkar... Alltså, när vi skickade ut det där så tänkte vi sådär att ja, men det där måste ju ha lugnat ner sig till nästa sommar. Liksom. Inte tänkte vi något desto mer, och vi tänkte bara lägga upp något långbord här i skogen och laga mat. Ja. Jag ska göra det. Gör det du också. Okej, detsamma. It is morning again and I finished yesterday at 9 o'clock, so it was okay for a full day's work. Now the hens in the chicken coop has some peace with only 4 roosters left. I think we got 26 individuals there now. So that's an okay amount, I think, for that coop. I got the fire started and we are going to make some rooster soup today. So we're going to start boiling the roosters in the morning now, and so we can clean off the meat from the bones and cook the bones for several hours as well. But first, some breakfast as usual. The roosters have now been boiling for about 2 hours or so. We don't want to boil them for too long, because then it will be a mess trying to separate out all the small bones. But if you're not boiling them for enough time, you also got a problem with the meat sticking to the bones. So now I'm gonna add all the heads and the feet and the necks into the water that we just took the roosters out of. I'm going to make a nice broth out of that and add some of it back into the soup that we are going to make of the rooster meat now. So now I'm going to let those cool a little bit and rinse the meat out of the bones and then add the bones into this pot as well. And this is going to be simmering all day and into the night.
The roosters are now cold, so we can start to clean them from the meat. And so this is a leg, and the meat is red, and this is how it's supposed to look like. It's more like wild meat. It has a lot of flavor, more flavor than the usual white meat. So we split the roosters in 3 piles. All the skin we put in there, and all the meat and the bones. The bones go back to the broth. The meat we take to the soup, and all the skin we are going to mix with our mixer and add to the soup. You shouldn't eat the chicken without the skin, because the skin contains a lot of good nutrients that you need, like collagen for your skin. If you only eat lean meat, like a meat that doesn't contain a lot of fat in itself, you can get something that is called rabbit starvation. And that is that your body needs all the fat and proteins that is in the whole animal, and not only the lean meat. And if you feel that you're still afraid of animal fats, then you should read some more. We are going to put some links in the description.
So the bones are cleaned from meat. It's different kinds of weather today. Snowing and windy, and here we got some dishwater on boiling. And here is the broth boiling. So now we're putting all the bones that we cleaned into the broth, and this will continue to boil until late in the evening.
Ska du prova? Nej men. Ser du? Skalar du den? Skalar du den där? Mhm. Mm. Oj, kan jag höra den? Kan du vifta med den? Ja. So in the pot I have carrots and onions and the chopped up rooster meat. And I have mixed the skin with some water. So I'm just gonna pour it into the pot. So now we're just gonna add water, some broth from the simmering pot outside, and some spices like salt, white pepper, garlic powder. Yeah, what you like. It's quite a process to make this kind of soup, but it's well worth it, and it's very nutrient dense. So you can really feel how it nourishes the body when you take that first spoon. Eller hur, Ivar? Mm. Ja, det här är soppan. Let's go put it on the stove. Mm. Gickis ut.
Ja, ost.
Ja, ska vi ha ost. Ska vi ha ost?
Vad ska du ha med dig, Ivar?
Ja. Vill jag äta själv? Tror inte det. Här då.
Ska du ha med? Cheese sandwich eller någonting.
We like to eat all our soups with cheese in it. So melted cheese in the soup, it's really good. And also the rooster soup is really good with peanut butter, if you can tolerate it. But I like it. Yeah.
There's a question if peanut butter is with all the anti-nutrients is making the nourishing soup maybe
Plus minus zero. A little bit.
the taste of peanut butter is really nice.
Yeah.
Mm. Ivar seems to like it.
Mm.
Tuppsoppa.
More like stew since I mixed it. Rooster stew. Mm.
Hörru Ivar. Ja, är de där? Är de där och tittar på dig? Hur många är det som tittar på dig? Jättemånga. Jättemånga.
Fem.
Ja. Jaha, nu missade jag. Sorry.
Oj.
This kind of soup is something you can't buy for money. It's impossible to find it in the store.
When it will cool down and be cold, it will be a gelatinous mass.
Yeah. Complete jello. I hope you enjoyed this video and got something out of it. And as usual, we want to thank all our wonderful patrons, the producers of these videos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Säg tack, Ivar. Där ska du säga tack. Där ska vi säga tack. Ja. Ska du ha mer ost? Ja, ost. So I guess this is it for this video.
Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next one.
Vad gör du? Skrattar du åt mig? Jag spottar ut mat på tröjan och du fan fnös till. Är du busig?
Ja, det var du som tryckte. Varsågod.